name is Faviola Camacho, and the title of my research is Care for the Caregivers. And I was initially intending to do full research, but due to my IRB approval being so recent, I was unable to do so. So I've provided for you a proposal. And the title of my proposal is a research proposal to measure the burden, needs, and quality of life of informal and formal caregiver. And like I've said before, my name is Fabiola Camacho. I'm a psychology major, and my faculty mentor is Brian McNair, and he's stage left. And his research interest, just to give you a little insight on how we have a connection, is he focuses on Latinos and Latinas and Chicanos psychology, and specifically clinical supervisions. And right now he's currently investigating Latino and Latina spiritual healing traditions. So that's quite fascinating. So you ask yourself, why are you here today? Why am I presenting caregiving? So what sparked my interest in caregiving? So just like you all, we go through a human experience and we face tragedy, we face victory. And I, at a young age, faced tragedies. So someone close to me passed away, and it was due to terminal illness. And in this experience, I witnessed people's reactions to it. And naturally, of course, I mourned his passing. But I also noticed that people, like you see in these two expressions, people showed two different emotions because of the loss. So there were some people that weren't happy about it, but they were able to cope with it more effectively. And there were some people that it took a toll on them to a far larger extent than some other people. And then questions began to develop. I have this little scale here, and not because I'm trying to get scientific on you or anything. I'm not trying to outdo Tracy, but it's because I was always curious as to what elements would deem somebody to be more affected than somebody else. So what are the things that made them more depressed or suffer more trauma due to the loss when they've both experienced a tragic experience, they both experienced the same experience. So as you have the little machine work here, this fostered questions, and I'm very inquisitive, so I question a lot of things, and usually I seek answers. And in this research, I've sought some answers and find some things that I think are very useful, and so I plan on presenting them to you. And this is so you guys can be like the doves and explore the mechanisms and the things that are useful in helping you, if you were ever to suffer a loss, to cope with it effectively and be like the happy person and be able to go on with your life. So before we begin, I must clarify, so there's two concepts that I will be using a lot. So I will be referring to informal and formal caregivers. So the term caregiver, so this is a more general term, it refers to both of them. It's anyone who provides care for someone with an ailment. So someone who in some degree is incapacitated and needs assistance. And it isn't like a one-day thing. They need you every day, and it's as invasive as you showering them at time, because physically they're unable to do so, so you're very involved. And so the two terms, so informal caregivers, so what specifically coins someone an informal caregiver is that they're unpaid individuals who provide care, and this could be like your parent, your sibling, just anyone who provides care for you and isn't compensated by a salary or anything of that sort. And then we have formal caregivers, and those are caregivers, they're care providers that are paid, and they're usually associated with the service system. So you have in hospice and caregivers there that are paid. And usually, and in most cases, how when you're a formalized caregiver, a formal caregiver, you must be accredited to be a part of an institution. So you must either receive a bachelor's or go through the training that it takes for you to be formalized into an institution. So let's go into the statistics before I let you know what I've found. So in the statistics, and these are the statistics from the LA Caregiver Resource Center, and they're national in scope, so they're very representative of us, of the U.S., and they're from the 2005